Oh, hey friends, take two on this video. I was recording and Levi decided temper tantrums were better than a recording a video. So now to try and figure out what the heck I was saying in the first video, as we start this video all over again. So, today is Tuesday. This is a bonus video because I already uploaded my Twinchy Tuesday video that got uploaded after midnight, I think. So anyways, today, my daughter was off work and mom was having a decent day. She was into her puzzles, like she didn't care about anything else going on around her, just her puzzle books, which was great because I knew that that would mean that I could slip away with my daughter to go do our donations to Goodwill and get that stuff out of here because it has been needing to go for quite some time. So we filled my trunk and we went to Goodwill. And then we did a couple other things too because, I mean, small town, everything's right here. It's just all within like a couple of miles of each other. So when I was doing my Goodwill run, I noticed there was a corner shelf that somebody had just donated. Beautiful wooden shelf. Obviously, because it had just been donated, it was not set for the sales floor yet. So I asked the lady who was taking my donations from my car, I said, I really like that shelf. If it's a reasonable price, I would like to take it home with me. And so, you know, per their protocol thing, you know, they can't just sell you an item from the back. They have to actually tag it, put it in the system, and then put it out on the sales floor, and then you can take the item. So she said, I'd sell it for $10. So she said, I will put it out on the sales floor for you in 15 minutes. I'm like, perfect. That gives me time to go back around the front of the store, park my car, and get inside the store and to the back of the store where all the furniture and household stuff is. And so I kid you not, I literally, on the way to there, of course, you know, you got the toys and you've got yarn, which I'll tell you about this bag of beauty here in a minute. So we literally, my daughter and I, we literally stood back there waiting for her to bring it out that door. And within about 15 to 20 minutes, she brought it out. It was tagged. And as soon as she was bringing it out, because like I said, protocol, they have to just set it on the sales floor and then you can take the item. Now, Goodwill was packed again today. And I think it's because it's a new month and they sent out the 20% off coupons. Those said 20% off coupons are good. How many overtimes you want to use them throughout the month? It's not just one use. It's multiple uses. So you go in every day and buy something, you can use that 20% off. Right? And I don't know if that's for every Goodwill. I know that is here in our part of Arizona. So I would just suggest going on the Goodwill website and seeing if they have a 20% off coupon for your location. And then you just download it to your phone and keep it with you. So anyway, so like I said, she brought the shelf out and I stuck it in my cart. And I can't count how many people I'm walking through the store and they're like, oh, that's a nice shelf. Oh, that's a nice shelf. And I'm thinking, yeah, well, when you learn how to thrift stuff like I do, you know, because what our store does is the donations that you give to Goodwill at our location, they resell most of them right there back in that store. I have seen my items in there so many times. It's funny. Levi actually tried buying something today and he's like, I want that. And I'm like, no, we just donated that. But anyways, before I get into my haul, because I have Goodwill, I have a local nonprofit thrift store that's in our area. I have Dollar Tree and I have Amazon. It sounds like a lot. It's not, I promise. But the whole thing back with mom having a good day, like I said, I turned the cameras on because my daughter was off and she wanted to go with me. It was actually her idea to do Goodwill, so that was perfect. And then her husband was at work, and so I turned the camera system on we left. And the nice thing about the camera system is my husband and I both have the apps on our phone so that if something were to happen, we can communicate with mom through the cameras, because you can talk through the cameras. You can call for emergency help through the cameras. There's all kinds of things that you can do that both my husband and I can see. Like there was one instance that mom had gotten up to walk around the house and stretch her legs, and my husband texted me, or he called me, and he's like, "Hey, did you see mom's up walking around?" And I looked at the camera footage and I'm like, okay, that's fine. She's stretching her legs, whatever. But other than that, she pretty much stayed in her room the entire time I was gone. And it was like a little over 2 hours. So she even admitted to me that she was just so deep into her puzzle books that it didn't even really dawn on her that I was gone. So today was a good day. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. I needed that day out. That was exactly what I needed today. I didn't need the grumpy people that were in there in the stores, though, but that's okay. There was only one instance with a guy being, yeah, anyways, whatever. It's no big deal. All right. So anyways, we're walking into Goodwill. We're walking down the back row where the toys are, and there's, on the left-hand side, there's bags of yarn and craft supplies and kitchen supplies and whatever. It's all kind of there. And then the right-hand side, you've got bedding and whatnot. We're walking down that row to get to the back where the furniture, where they bring the stuff out through the double doors that they have back there, where they bring all the items out that are going on the sales floor. And as we're walking, there was this lady like just hovering over all the different bags of yarn. I mean, I saw all kinds of yarn, even older skeins of yarn, right? These jumped out at me, and right away as we're walking by, I told my daughter, I'm like, grab that for me. We had to reach over the lady's cart because she was just standing there, would not move very much. But what these are, so I have some of this yarn. I'm going to open this because I already have some of this in my closet. So I paid $4.99 for this. Okay. Now, one skein of this yarn is $4.99 at Hobby Lobby. So I love this yarn. And this is in the colorway Autumn Stripe. Now, if you remember, I use this for my little plants. I use this for my pumpkins in the fall. And I needed some more of this. So there is two full skeins of this yarn. This one's kind of having a moment. And then there is also what appears to be about a half a skein. So 2 full skeins and a half a skein, roughly, for $4.99. And then again, like I said, I had 20% off. So thank you. Yes, please. And they do not smell at all. So that's perfect. So there we go. I don't need to buy any more of the Autumn Stripe yarn for fall. So this was $3.99. And these are just a whole bunch of little tiny punchers for paper crafting. So this one here, this corner puncher one, that's what it looks like when you punch it. I've already tried it out. And then these two are brand new. I see a Hearts All Year going on with that, and then a little train. And then a little cloud. A paw print. Now, I used to have this paw print way back. I used to have, oh my gosh, probably close to 50 or 60 hand punchers. And when I decided I didn't want to do paper crafting anymore, I sold them all for like $40. And I'm regretting it because I had so many cool ones, but that's what thrift stores are for, right? And then a little dog bone. So all of these for $4. Not a bad deal. Okay, let's just put these over here for now, and then I'll put them in my puncher's box later. Okay, and then, was that everything from Goodwill? Maybe. I think so, because there was just like a couple of toys that Levi got, and then, like I said, my corner shelf. Okay, so let's do this nonprofit thrift store that we went to. Hold on one second. All right. So this other place, my daughter and her husband, last week, I think it was, they both had the day off and they both, it was so cute. They both got like dressed up and they went out to lunch and they went and walked around downtown Kingman. And they went to all these different little like thrift stores and antique stores, whatever. We have tons of thrift and antique stores around here. It's fantastic. I love it. So anyways, this thrift store in particular, I've known about since, oh geez, since before we even got the house out here. And her and her husband went in there and she said right away when she walked in, she knew it would be my kind of thrift store. So it is a nonprofit. All their proceeds from this thrift store go to help this organization here in Golden Valley. She did give me her business card. This is not sponsored or anything. This is just a new place I found that I love. This is the name of the thrift store. And she told me I can go on Facebook to see more information on like their hours and animals that they have for adoption and such like that. So we went in there and I right away was just like, I was sold. Now, things are a little bit more expensive in there. It just depends on what you're looking for. But again, it's going for a good cause. So everything you see right here, I spent $19 total on. So this is actually a little Beanie Baby I got Levi from the 1980s. I paid a little bit for him, but he was $5. But I remember these when they came out in the 1980s. And this one's name is Bones. Okay, so there's that. Their patterns were all $1 a piece, so I just got the one. I thought this was absolutely beautiful. This is a full written pattern. I did read it to make sure I could kind of understand what's going on. But there is that. This is going to be beautiful to work up. And I have some really thin weight threads to use for that. So we're going to just tuck this away with my patterns. But this is also from the 1980s. Where I saw it earlier. Maybe it was on the other pattern. 1994, sorry. Okay, so that's older than... Yeah, my husband and I have been married 27 years. Yeah, it's almost as old as many years as my husband and I have been married, if that makes any sense. That didn't make sense to me. Anyways, you get it. It's a beautiful crochet pattern. I love it. All right. And then, do you see what I see? Oh, wait. This one needs to go this way. Okay. Tons and tons of itty-bitty little crochet hooks. I had to actually get down on my hands and knees on the floor and go through a bin for these. But some of these, I'm not going to go through all of them. Some of these still had the old, so look, USA 10 cents. And this is a boy hook. Yes, please. My daughter's like, you can crochet with something like that? I'm like, yeah, just takes me a little bit more time. My camera doesn't want to focus because... Okay, well, you get the point. These are little itty-bitty hooks. And some of them, like I said, have 10 cents, or I think I have one. This one says 35 cents. Also a boy hook. So, anyways, these were 50 cents a piece. So $3 for all of these. And then this. I did pay $10 for this. Yep, I did. It looks to be brand new. I'm going to try it out. Holly Berry House. I don't know what that is, but anyway, so there's that. So there is all that from the nonprofit. And then Amazon was just these two things for now. My husband ordered me some more refills, and they are itty bitty, which is what I needed. And then this is another one of my tape runners that I love. And then coming tomorrow is the two refill packs. I didn't realize we ordered two, but he ordered me the refill packs for my other ones, which I have two here that I use all the time, but when you use them all the time, they get worn out. So there's that. And then real quick, Dollar Tree, and then we're done, okay? So Dollar Tree, I found 2 more diamond kits, and I might make this one for my best friend because she's a line dancer instructor person. That didn't make any sense. And then the beach one is also going to be for her because, as you know, I'm working on a beach theme thing for her birthday this year. She is going to be 48. So there's that. And then one last item. Nope, 2 last items. I forgot one's hiding in this basket over here. Can't get it out. It's just a little photo album. I'm going to use this to put ATCs and Twinchies in for now until I can find something else. Stuff that has been gifted to me from other content creators. And then I was watching Jen over at Sassy Southern NC Girl. She did a couple of recent haul videos. And she was showing stickers like this from her Dollar Trees. And I'm like, wait a minute. I've never seen those at my Dollar Tree. So I figured I would just take a quick look at the Dollar Tree we went to, because we went to the smaller of the 2 in the town here. And sure enough, they had the stickers just like this. So I only got 1 sheet, which was these. But I'm happy with them. I like them. And it looks like you can tear them into little rectangles, so they'll be easier for storage than just like a big sheet like this. But I mean, 116 of them for $1.25. I'm not complaining. So yeah, that's everything I got. I'm super excited. I'm so thankful again for being able to have this day out. Oh, and if you see my little birdie here, that actually came from an antique store here in town. That's a Beanie Baby. My husband insisted I needed a bluebird. So, sure. Anyways, that was from a couple of weeks ago, maybe even a month ago now. But yeah. So that's my haul. Anyways, I'm going to go. I'm going to get this video uploaded, and I want to get crafting, friends. So I hope you all had a wonderful day. Love, hugs, and prayers to you all. And I'll see you again tomorrow for at least one video.